But that's fine. We've got a second op for this group. I have engineers. I have them in vehicles, so that's fine. Let's now get our second op prepped and ready to go. I'm going to separate them. So Ukraine, men. One be a junior sergeant and one be a sergeant. One will be lightly defended, one will be moderately defended. And we'll put him up in this room. And then for the other one, I need to find a good vantage point to put him. If I were to interrogate, I'd probably... Yeah, I would put him in this room. Okay. AI, surrender.
Where are you going?
Toggle captive.
Never mind, I realize.
Let's get the goats deleted. Start deleting some of the outbound forces. They might run into these infantry. Otherwise, that's our next AO prepped and ready to go. So yeah, overall, that was interesting, to say the least. But hey, they got a few civs. They got them extracted, and they're just now taking their Vix and moving back out. What happened to their Kamaz truck? Oh, they just left it behind. Alright. This should be good. That's frickin' perfect. Trog and Rutger get out to finish him off. Ah, that's great. Anyone wounded in here? Oh.
He's dead now.
That was one of the guys pulling out from the AO.
BMD's alive, they're not responding. Returning to the road now.
Nah, everyone in the BMD's dead since apparently they're not responding to comms. Yeah, you have a frickin' BMD with a machine gun and a main cannon. Nah, let's try to run them over. So they got that little two front cannons, those little machine gun. I want to call them nipples, but that'd be weird. And then they've got that machine gun and then a main cannon, and I think they've used all their rockets. So, yeah. Luck of the draw that, you know, one straggler they run into. But that is fine. Red Drake's finished a bit poorly. This is high command to ground command. Do you copy?
As far as we know, ground command is dead, but vehicle...
Roger, do you guys want to do a second op, or are we calling it?
I'll ask the...
There's no point in me setting up everything if they want to call it here. I'm hearing people saying they're up for it, so I will start setting things up accordingly. But yeah, if you're dead and you want to come into the server, if you're a tier 1, I mean, I think we're going to do another mission. Otherwise, we'll make it small scale for people that want to do a second mission, because I feel like hosting the second mission. But they're going to know the exact positions of these guys too, so it's not even screen cheating. We'll have 3-man
Готов действовать.
VMF teams.
It's about 50-50 who stay, who want to...
Жду приказа.
Solid. Well, I got a bunch of people on the stream that want to come play, so the people that don't want to play can leave, and I'll just small scale the next mission.
Copy that. Are you gonna restart the map or with your TV?
Negative. We're gonna continue with what we got. This is gonna be a bit more of a stealthy approach. Just trying to think what I want to do here to make this AO a reality.
Жду распоряжений. Готов.
We'll say they've got Cherno-Russian support.
Жду распоряжений.
Wait, shit. No, I want you guys to all be in your own team so you're easier to manage. Let's see. Yeah, okay, I know how I want to do this. And then we'll have a large QRF force ready to go right there. So, just some design choices for this AO. Perfect. Perfect! Yes, when they actually garrison what I want them to. Alright. Then we'll have an outbound patrol looking around. We also got guys on these mounds for whatever weird reason, but I'll move one of them right over here so we can be a bit of a rear guard, and we'll also have a few Vics around there as well. And then this for the smaller group. For the sergeant, I don't know why the junior sergeant's more important, probably because he's spilling his guts a bit better. I didn't realize they were even garrisoned yet, but okay, that was a really shitty garrison. Now where's my 3-man team? Perfect, so let's situate these Spetsnaz forces accordingly. In a way where they won't be dropped. That's good. Where's the other 2? Have one outside right here, and then one in the corner. That's perfect. Let's give them a warm welcome, shall we? Now we got a few guys that came over here, so let's take these 2. You don't want to select that squad symbol, otherwise you'll end up moving the entire group, and you don't want to do that. Let's give them a warm welcome, shall we? Otherwise we'll bring units in. You died, unfortunately, and I'll put a guy in here. Fix him a bit like that.
High command, the guys are wondering what would the next stop be?
Stealth spec op mission where you have to hit 2 areas at once to rescue Nafs and I forget Frost, the other guy that were captured last week. If that doesn't interest people, they can leave. I don't care. There's a ladder up to this water tower. We can put a guy up here. Just like that. Let's give him a Be advised, once everyone's back at base, I will do a debrief within the server. Start doing vehicles here. Mainly it's just gonna be, in terms of what's at the AO, I don't want to put anything too heavy down. I'm gonna have the VMF guys. We're gonna have some simple gases for transport. That'll help tip them off. Got that there, and then this other gas I'm gonna put in the barn area over here. Now for the Cherno-Russians. Cars.
Жду.
Do an open mural. Perfect. And let's let the rain up. So let's see, environment, weather, we'll make it go to overcast, a little bit of fog. And that'll get rid of the rain. Time acceleration, I want this to be later in the day, so more towards the afternoon. And we'll have some simple 4-man teams get ready here. Basically... Ah, no, we can just do sentries.
Так точно. Так точно.
This is all they were able to accommodate for.
Выдвигаюсь на позицию.
And then the VMF teams, I will, after we do some garrison, some global AI skill, I will be basically giving them some custom skill level stuff. Making them a bit tougher than the average player. And then a sentry team to go around this complex.
Готов. Ясно. Приступаем. Так точно.
Perfect. Then we're gonna put a nice little Dishka UAZ right here, include its crew, put it there ready to go, and then we're gonna have another one ready within this compound.
Жду приказа.
Ready to go. And then this is probably 2 Euros worth of troops, so we'll put them right there. I'm not gonna give them... Yeah, okay, KSVK 12.7, that's an anti-material rifle. These are 2 3-man teams just interrogating the hostage. Why would we give them anti-material rifles for CQB combat? That sounds like something a retarded tier 0 would do. They're not back at base yet, but they're close. That's fine. That's what you killed Mr. Fluffers with, good God. I'm having a bit of trouble making a bunny and vanilla spawn in because it has to do with some heavy scripting, but it might happen, it might not. It depends if the client-side scripts runs for everybody, thus making it a server-side script, but that's a whole beast of its own. But yeah, just some spec stuff. Let's load up the farm right here. This is where we'll have the majority of our QRF forces ready to go.
Готов.
A few Dushkas. I'm going to do BMP2s because that BMD1 or BMP1 did not do what I wanted it to.
Жду распоряжений.
Get that group situated. We'll have a rifle squad just patrolling this area.
Выдвигаюсь на позицию.
That'll be fine, and then we'll have
Готов. Готов.
rifle squad, anti-armor squads ready to go as well. Perfect. So that's our QRF point. Also, I feel like I should put some static AA down in the form of shilkas, because knowing the player base, they might try to actually engage this position.
Жду приказа.
Let's give them a warm welcome, shall we? Perfect. Well, that's a lot of piss and like piss right there. Alright. Let's teleport back and talk to these guys. Zeus. Alright, get the engines turned off. Let's gather around for a debrief. I'll come back in a minute to let you guys get situated.
Turn off the engine.
Otherwise, we still have that stuff going.
Line up on the road.
Turn off your
Maxwell
light.
will be done later.
Obviously, Gavino looks like this.
If you line up.
Let's see. That should be fine. But I think for this sort of spec up here, we're going to have this done in the evening. This should be good. And then we'll just let the QRF come in. For the sake of QRF to come in. But if, depending on how many units we get, I will add more units to the central town of Kozlovo. And we'll work from there.
Hey buddy. To the microphone. Make memes.
Taking away the mortar for this one, though. Because I don't need that.
Somebody kill him with the
Nice
train.
gun you got there. Why are you
Going
using
to
a
run
vanilla
from the
gun?
range.
Naps.
Alright, I'm just gonna start staying stuff.
Marshall, get out of it now.
So here's the deal. How many civilians did you rescue?
Two.
I think 3 or 4.
Like 6.
I'm counting 4 right now.
That's impossible.
18.
Okay, hold on. It's because you have some doubled up here. So here's 4. Here's 5. Here's 6. Okay, 6. So 1/3 of the civilians. Let's see. Debrief notes. In terms of civilians, 4 died because you shot them. 2 ran out of the AO by themselves because we had groups of both surrendered civilians and captive civilians. And, let's see, 3 died, or 2 died, hold on. 3 died, yep, because I put satchels on the ground and you guys decided to ignore them, so obviously something happened. And the rest were extracted via, the Cherno-Russian guys taking them with them.
Schedules, we noticed them. We had no EODs, and some people decided to move.
Well, your engineers are EODs, and I would assume you have engineers in your VIX, so, you know.
I was asking around, and somebody decided to move.
I gave you guys, like, the first one I gave you for free. I'm like, okay, maybe they didn't notice the satchels. And then I saw someone stop and look at them. I'm like, okay, they definitely saw them. And then he still moved them anyway. So I'm like, okay, yep, that's cool. So,
One out, and
yeah.
it took long before the fucking satchel exploded.
No, the satchel exploded on the second one, because I was going to say, okay, maybe the first one's a dud, because I'm trying to give you guys the benefit of the doubt. And then the second one, you, like, the guy blatantly...
After that, I fucking saw...
Yeah, exactly, that's what I figured. So the second one, I'd say, alright, that's going to be an actual.
I was ready in for EODs or somebody who could disarm it, but nobody... everybody said it was
I get that,
no.
I get that.
I
Alright,
wanted to
so...
leave them, but Thor wanted to
Here's
go
the
in
deal.
and
Here's the
grab
deal.
it.
My plan for this op was you'd have the T-72 as Overwatch, but you'd keep it moving to get different vantage points of the town because that's mainly a flat area for you to use, and then you'd push up with either armed vehicles or a BMD to then assist and cover you. After you guys took some pretty heavy casualties, I think you lost 3 people and had 2 other guys go down that you brought back up, that's when you decided to bring the BDM in. And that's when the AO started going much more swimmingly. I don't know why you used the BMD for ferrying out the civilians. I would have just brought in one of the trucks you took. But, you know, when that thing left the AO, you guys started getting hammered again from just infantry I'd be pulling out into the AO. But after you started camping the central area of the town, I just started pulling forces out because at that point I didn't have anything to counter, and I said in the brief that I'd probably try to escape if you guys kind of pushed in but then hunkered down. Other notes I have, if you're in a vehicle and you see something through a fence in a building, I don't know why you'd shoot at it, considering this is a hostage thing, because I literally watched the BMD mow down a hostage. Let's give him a warm just by doing that, so, you know, common sense.
I saw a dude in the window. I was looking behind him. There was nothing. I saw a guy with a gun, so I shot him.
Okay, well, he was a hostage. The guy that was in the building, he had been prone, so, yeah.
Saw a dude who was
Think
frozen,
before you
but
shoot.
I hit the sieve. That was my bad.
Otherwise, just after you hunkered down into the town, I didn't really see you guys move for a good 8 minutes. I just decided to start extracting stuff, but also, you guys have drones, you know, I think that one of you could, you know, keep checking the drone every so often, because I brought in a truck to reinforce, I brought in a bunch of empty UAZs to extract civilians. I literally drove those things right up to where the hostages were.
Guys on a control
Notice that. I saw it on the drone. I was gonna kill them with a tank, but we couldn't back up because somebody decided to stand behind the tank. And when we backed up, they were already inside the town.
GG. Yeah, otherwise, I've got nothing to really say. Oh, one more note. This just applies to a certain person. I'm not sure if she's even here right now, but if there's a BTR next to you, you shouldn't go in the open, especially if you're crippled. Because you'll probably
Yeah, I
get
thought
killed.
that happened. That's why I didn't went for her, because she was out in the open.
You kinda gave it away with cheese.
Alright, anyway,
From the vehicle perspective.
lighting's good. So if you don't want to do this, feel free to disconnect because people said it was 50-50. And
Somebody
I
said
will start
50-50?
prepping. As in 50 people are going to leave out of 100, 50% of you, and then the other 50% are going to stay.
I'm staying, but I'm not commanding anymore.
That
Susan up.
call out something. Could anybody here please explain why crewing a vehicle all by your own is an awful idea?
Sounds like a great idea.
Can't do a vehicle, so...
Sarcasm.
Liru, I have a different question.
Yep.
You have a vehicle in the middle of fucking nowhere. How did it get there? It showed there. But how does it have no fuel when the fuel tank is perfectly fine?
What vehicle are we talking about?
A truck.
UAC open.
Which one are we talking about where?
The one that we brought
fuck?
with us hit an invisible
No,
rock.
this
broke
one.
both
The
of
one
its
over
wheels.
here somewhere in the map. Like somewhere around here. Look at the map.
Listen, Abs.
Right.
There was a strong storm, so it's lost.
I mean,
lost
here's the
all of
deal,
its
because I
fuel.
also had a UAZ just graze one of the barricades, and when I came back to it 5 minutes later to try to extract civilians with it, its fuel was drained. So, the only 4 Vics that I cut the fuel of were the armed vehicles at each one of the checkpoints, but I think by the end of the AO, I had given them back their fuel because I was going to try to either attack you guys with it or just have them fall back. So, after that, I don't know why the fuel was gone. It probably nicked something in the fuel and caused it to drain, because I have seen Vics lose their fuel very quickly, but the fuel's still white on their side because the color just represents at a specific percentage of damage, it'll start, it'll change color. But with the fuel, if you lose about 15% damage, it'll start leaking, and the more damage it is, the faster it'll leak, but it'll still leak regardless. So it can leak when it's white. Anyway, unless there's any questions for me, debrief is dismissed. I'm gonna write up what you guys need to do for this up, and or just brief you right now if you choose a commander.
In some so-called
What
capture,
happened?
can I play or do I have to stand AFK?
Can you say again? Someone spoke in the middle of that.
If I'm being so-called captured, can I actually play or do I have to be
I'm not
AFK
having any of the
to do it?
players get captured. We're just gonna rescue your previous selves.
Crow, you're bleeding.
This is a lot more people than
know,
I
in the
expected
beginning of
for
the
this.
op,
What the fuck?
What happened with the BMD that was engaged by the tank? Because I shot as soon as I crashed. The tank actually shoots?
What?
don't think the tank shot.
Ellie, can you back me?
I
Beginning
heard
of
the
the
tank
op.
shot, I did not see it hit.
Right.
Alright, so I'm
Don't
definitely
think
gonna have to
Kevin have
put
to
some
watch out the
units.
Shot, but it didn't.
Жду распоряжений. Жду приказа. Готов действовать.
But as soon as I
Ясно,
shot,
приступаем. Ясно,
I
pриступаем.
noticed the cable was pulled out.
It's a lot more guys. I was expecting like half of them to leave, so we'd only get like, 8 of them or 7 of them, and then like 4 people join in. I'd expected them to have 11, so we could have like a 5-man team. Or excuse me, like a 6-man team take this on, and then a 4-man team take that on. So,
You guys need
again, work with what we got. And I will move things around. Anything else for me?
I'm reloading and going to disconnect.
Жду приказа.
Alright, whoever your commander is, have them get ready to talk to me, because I'm just going to give you a verbal brief of this AO. And we'll work from there.
I'm not, because I've done it once already. I want somebody else to.
Have some stuff right there if I can. Try to fit a Ural.
Жду.
What helmet are you guys using?
Perfect. A little more to the right.
As long as it fits your gear. You're wearing the wrong.
A little more to the right. Perfect. All right. There we go. Yeah, we'll increase general AI skill. I'm just trying to see who disconnects and who
That
stays.
thing is wearing the wrong thing as well.
But let me do a head count here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Or shit, we should just do it from here.
Stepping up here? You have to point out somebody.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15,
Point out somebody.
17. So 9 and 8. Maybe we'll just be heavier on the QRF possibility. Yeah, I think that's what I'll do. We'll just be a bit tougher with QRF, but otherwise, we'll work with what we got. Hopefully we'll be able to keep this
Жду
lighting.
распоряжений. Жду приказа.
No, I don't want you grouped with that damn thing.
Good guy, so.
Put those ready to go right here. That lake is messing with my coloration. Hate it when it does that. Well, they told me 50-50. 50 want to stay, 50 want to go. So I prepped this AO for like 10 people. You know, 6 people to take out what was here. Kill the gunner, that's fine. And then 4 people to hit that, that's fine. But yeah, we'll just add to the QRF. Here, I've got a better idea. Let's just take the format here. Operation. Someone give me a cool operation name, because no one's stepping up.
I guess we could still just be the Arma squad.
Give me some good operation names.
Anything.
Anything is fine.
Yeah, you just could have picked up a fucking long range with a pack like this.
This way, whenever I join a group, I'm going to be in charge of it, and I can actually see everyone properly. We're going to have to use to ask Liru permission.
Go for Liru with the,
And he wasn't ready out with the ID. Rap's holding out. No, that's good. No, but I can say like spot.
This fucking. She's doing the fucking Michael Jackson.
I'm gonna ask. I get the feeling the guy is going to mow down on that ice.
Let's give him a warm welcome, shall we? Or I should just say Russian separatists. If it goes loud too early. Okay, enemy composition. Let's look at the names here. Op coming home. Not troll names, guys. Come on, think Russian.
Are you alive?
That was fun.
Operation No Russian.
You don't wanna know.
I want to save that name for when I actually let them execute a shit ton of civvies.
Buy's still there. The pie's finished, but buy just keeps going.
What's happened to Doc?
Operation Homecoming, I kind of like that for this scenario.
You know what? He deserves it. He deserves
Let's,
it.
let's Operation Homecoming.
He's 40.
Enemy composition. Hold on. Let's see.
Every fucking loadout is about 40.
I command,
Maybe garrison, recommendation, use a drone to scout, plan your attack. Use a drone to scout, plan incursions. Stealth is key. Stealth is key.
28 at the moment.
Is that the
Usually my loadouts are 40s.
I have not.
I'm there. Putting on a stop.
Burning the 2.
Now we'll run out the tunnel.
Enemy forces may, if overwhelmed or early on, enemy force.
Anyway. 15 max.
How do you
Right,
run
I'm
with
not-
15?
I'm at 37.
Let's see, that should be good. AO composition. Enemy composition. Russian separatists with minor presence. Specs. And armor with heavy QRF.
Trying to get conflict out, but it's being slow.
Vision Homecoming?
Ah.
Oh god.
There's one. There's
Fire 450 bullets.
another one right there. Let's see this on the map here.
No.
Yeah, so farm has been marked as an enemy QRF point, and these towns might also have units. So I'm going to just put a few additional squads, accommodating for, yeah, a total of like 18, 19 guys here. I'll be watching on the stream. The lighting's good for the stream, right? This is good?
Depends on the
Let's give him a warm welcome, shall we? Hope it is.
So stealth is going to be J.
And that's
I don't know it.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, lighting should be good, yeah. Let's give him a warm welcome, shall we?
Like 4 kill cams or so.
Готов действовать. Готов. Жду.
In my rifle,
Going to
Any idea what
Жду.
put down a few
map
units.
that far, east of the AO is about? Is that the
Yeah.
QRF location?
You get another drone out. Not copyrighted.
Scouting now.
Wait, that's not copyrighted.
You might have converted it into a base or something. Guess you either all you...
So, best ways to assault this town. If I was given this AO. First off, Mykolaiv Mound, my eyes immediately go to that because of the elevation. However, this is very, very... It's a risk. I put a recon team here to try to get eyes onto this objective at the very least, because this all looks flat. Slight hills, good use of defilade, but I would honestly push in from right up here. My 4-man or 8, if I had 19 people, I'd have 6 people hit this objective. Since it's only 2 buildings as the given. This looks like more of a compound here, so I'd send more. But also, let me get like a top down here based on what I would see with the drone.
I already have some 80.
So if I were to see this from a top down, obviously I would see that with thermals, I'd see a truck, I'd see some patrolling infantry, but I'd assume a majority of them are within these buildings. But that's not that many. I'd only need like a 4 or 6 man team to creep up and take care of that AO. And again, the mound probably wouldn't help me too much in recon. I'd still send a recon team here to try to check for anything, but then I'd have guys come in with these rolling hills. Honestly, staying crouched or prone, especially with this nice little bump of deflate I would not know about here, I'd be able to get a team pretty much right on top of this area. I'm going to teleport myself out. These people are being loud and obnoxious, and it's annoying as hell.
Oh, okay. Just park it back, shut the engine, and don't get in.
That was the wrong command. Hopefully this lighting sticks. I've turned time off, but it still goes very, very slowly. So yeah, with like 18 or 19 forces, I'd send just about a 5 or 6 man team to grab this guy, have them hold position right here, get ready to go. With the remaining forces, with something like this, it's more difficult. Clearly, we have these nice little patches of green here. I'd probably have everyone dismount from right here, and I'd probably send the guys around, staying as far away from the roads as possible, but to use this nice little green to get up right here. And since the marker is literally on their positions, that would put me right up here. So what I'd actually be able to do is, boom, I have this forest cover that I can use to advance. That puts me within a few hundred meters of this area. And then, boom, vault up, kill these guys, take the hostage, have the rest of the guys clear out these forces, run the hostage back, or get him in the gas, and then run him up north. Very easy, very simple. I'd probably have the 6 man team get ready to go right here before I advance these guys fully in, though, because once you're in this area, it's quite possible that a sentry may spot you, especially this one, since he is looking in that direction. So that's how I would do this AO if I was commanding it. But I'd probably have the guys stop like right here or something. Yeah, probably right here before we get to these little bumps, just to see, you know, make sure the other team's in position in case we need to like charge in there as quick as we can to get this AO finished. Easy, or piss poor easy, to be perfectly honest. This one a bit more moderate, I would say, because there is a great deal of open area around it, and there's not really any good way to push up on it. And this is slightly uphill as well. As a commander, which hill? This hill? This hill's none of my concern. If I'm now in the VMF commander's eyes. VMF, so actually I'd play as... No, I'd probably still play as one commander. I was thinking maybe a Cherno Rush commander or VMF commander. No, VMF are just concerned about interrogating these guys. They, you know, have the same nationalistic ideas as the Cherno Russian separatists, whatevers, but all they're asking for is help in securing a perimeter so these two can be interrogated and killed or extracted if needed. After that, they don't have direct eyes on what the Cherno Russian guys are doing because they've only sent in small teams to basically take care of these forces. So, we're on mission 2 now. There's no Spetsnaz operative on the water tower. This is just a Cherno Russian guy. The frickin' Spetsnaz are gonna stay with the hostage. I don't know what your obsession is with giving these guys weapons that can insta-kill the players, but that needs to stop. What's the difference between the BMP and BTR? Best way I can put it, and I like to put it in this way for because, you know, War Games has a pretty easy way to say it. This is a BTR. It has wheels. This is a BMP. It has tracks. And then a BMD and a BT something. God damn it, hold on. Let me go under the Cherno Russian guys. And then you also have the small little, you know, sub-things with armor here. You also have the BRDMs, which is basically a BTR. It's more like an MRAP, to be perfectly honest. So think the MRAP, like the Striker from the AAF, and then the BMD is basically a smaller BMP, but usually with less room, if at all, to transport infantry in the back. The BMD is more of an infantry fighting vehicle, while the BMP is still, you know, more of a transport, but still should also be classified as an IFV. It's just when you get into technicals like that, it's you just have to go into the exact specifications. Yeah. So let's give him a warm welcome, shall we? I'm trying to make these guys independent, because Tier 1 is also a transition to Tier 2 for a lot of these guys, and that's where they should be more free-thinking for themselves. But let's see, with these towns, I still don't see a drone up yet, so I'm going to add a few patrols. I'm going to focus on pimping out these towns.
Готов действовать. Ясно. Приступаем.
Just some added infantry that I can use as QRF. Because again, very easy, just send the 6-man team, take this out, take these 2 guys out, breach this compound, boom, you're done, grab the guy, run north, or get in that vehicle, run north, or take the Ural or that, run north. This should be, at max, a 10-minute engagement. Same with this, more or less. You just need to come in, get your guy, put him in a Vic, get out. This from here should also be, at most, a 10-minute engagement.
Жду распоряжений. Выдвигаюсь на позицию. Ясно. Приступаем.
Let me grab some lanterns here. Add a bit of light. Alright, so I guess I don't want to add any more because I don't want to tip the balance of power here in case the player base takes way too long. Response time from there to there following these roads should be about... To here, I want to say 5 minutes max. To here, probably 6.5, because knowing the player base fine. That's max. Minimum, it should be about 2, and then 2.5 to 3. But I can't predict what the units will do, because the BTR will follow the roads, the BMP sometimes just goes completely off-road. This is private ops from my own community. What did the United Army of Novorossa offer? I don't know. I don't use them. I don't think I've ever used them in the past 6 months. Here. Just make this look cool. So, Northern's been working on some really cool edits for a edited video that'll hopefully come out by tomorrow. But, it has this one GIF that has me literally waterboarding somebody, and it's... I find it funny as hell because the image of Operator Chan he used is, pretty funny in my opinion. I'm looking for a very specific, not water source, not water stall, not water bladder. Come on, where would this puppy be? Let's take away the ruins here. Have a waterfall, that's nice. Water pipe. Okay. This is a hookah. This is not a water pipe. Come on, I'm looking for something really, really specific. But I don't think I can find it here. It's a little like sink Maybe I'll try sync. Yeah, that's it. Okay. Here, we'll move you out of the way. Have you next to that. That's not a vehicle, but nice try. I love being evil. Perfect. See if the player base has gotten on the move yet. Nope, their drone hasn't gotten on the move either. And they stripped all of the... Why? Here. Because it's almost 4 o'clock and I want a few hours to prep for the other batch of ops we're doing for the Rhodian... I'm gonna butcher that pronunciation, but the Rhodian Light Infantry. Let's put an objective down. Yeah. Because we're almost at our 4 o'clock end time. Let's give him a warm welcome, shall we? Why? Why? Here's the deal. If we... I'm seeing what you guys are saying in chat. If they stay in this AO too long, yes, we will start throwing in a shit ton of Russian-based armor and whatnot at them to come in from the north. Because this is supposed to be a quick 10-minute in and out, and then pull everyone back very quickly.
We need...
So we'll see what happens. I don't take suggestions for Secret Squirrel. Secret Squirrel, that's the only thing that I will never take op suggestions on, because that's my little powwow time with one of the best player bases that are out there. Same with Tier 3 ops. Like, I rarely take suggestions for Tier 3. But the difference between, I would say, Tier 3 ops and 506 ops is 506, I'm limited in the... like, in the ops style I can do. Tier 3, I can be much more creative. But both are very, very... excuse me. Very good, superior player bases, I would say. I would say the Tier 3, though, they operate under stricter conditions, though. So... In retrospect, I'm tougher on the Tier 3s than the 506 Secret Squirrel. But yeah, quick grab and go. Drop units off here. Have a third of your guys extract this group. Have 2/3 of your guys extract that group. You can have your vehicles on this mound for Overwatch support as well. Easy as that. I don't even... I thought about putting vehicle patrols right here, but that would just be spiting myself and how they do this AO. But otherwise, I'm curious to see how they do this. Because just looking at the terrain, looking at other possible routes, no bushes, nothing in the open, just a little bit of minor fog. Maybe they could push up right here and push through the town, but they'd run into Cherno Russians. They need to focus on getting these guys. Yeah, the only two doable ways I see this op working is if they attack from the north or the south. If they push in from the east or the west, they're going to run into the towns. They're going to run into local forces, which will trigger the op early. I'm not going to put destroyed BTRs and BMPs in the field, because that would just attract their attention to the AO. And I want them to do this in the open. Let's set our general global skill here. Set to that. Spotting will take back down to 50, because in these sort of nighttime ops, the spotting skill for the AI, since it's night, it's basically at like 5-10%. And our VMF guys. We're making this fun. Putting it all around 70%. 5x5 for long range radio check. And our other 3-man team. Skill. Yeah, baby. 75% all around. Perfect. Yeah, it is annoying when you have a faction that doesn't have any default aircrafts on them. Especially like the Middle Eastern factions. If you want to make like a simple civilian MI8 or something, you just have to look in the other tabs and then have them spawn in decrewed. And then if you want to be uber realistic here, you then take those, take some units from the faction and then put them in. However, that does affect their pathfinding. I don't know why, but sometimes when you put when you take one faction's vehicle and put a different unit's, different AI group's faction within that vehicle, their pathing can get so fucked up. So they're sending recon in. Maybe they have a drone, because this drone... is turning off. Going into stealth mode. It's running on minimal power right now, but it's not really going anywhere. So, yeah. I mean, I guess they could also use Gavel, or like another way they could do it is they could use the chopper to do quick extractions. I mean, especially for this hostage, but this one's in it a bit more deep. There's a lot of forces around it that could easily come in and overwhelm, while this could be dropped off right here and it's more on the edge. Sure, I could also have forces come around, but the difference is you've got these nice little hills that it could position it around to, you know, within these little bumps. Meanwhile, this is all just open. I mean, maybe down here, but it's gonna be tough. That's also possible. They could do a diversion. But that would just bring the QRF forces in faster if they did a diversion. And then after the diversion was realized, the VMF guys would then order those units to fortify around. So a diversion would not be a good idea for this. You want to see Novo Russia. Okay, LMN. Do we even have the Novo Russians? Okay, I'm probably blind here, but I know these are alphabetically ordered. I don't think we even have the Novo Russian guys, so... yeah. They're above the zombies. Do you mean the volunteer? I'm probably blind. Oh, United of Armed Nova Russia. There we go. Yeah, so they only have armored cars, men, and statics. Literally, they're the Cherno-Russian, or the CHDAZ, but without the aircraft. I mean, hold on. Let's give them a warm welcome, shall we? Yeah, they're literally...
Готов действовать.
And without the cool camo. Nice. But yeah, men...
Что?
Simple Grenadier. Men... Grenadier. They've got some variant stuff. So they're like more armored, I guess, but... yeah, they basically just don't have aircraft. That's their only difference, and I guess they have just a few more, like, their units have body armor and military stuff, but, yeah. That's what we got. Any civilians after what happened over here, I'm going to say the civilians within these towns have either fled or were converted. Plus, it's nighttime, so there's no reason for them to be outside, out and about. Really? You're taking a BTR, BMD, and... That has me scratching my head. I would have just taken 2 transport trucks and then maybe a BMD. But since they're bringing those, that kind of makes me think that they're prepping for the QRF. Why? Full stop. Whoever has the stupid shit markers in my AO, delete them right now. Continue. Fucking idiots. I'm gonna finish my drink, 1 sec. I'm gonna get a nice filet mignon before I do the other ops, and we'll see how that faction compares. So they're swinging around. Are they gonna try to hit from the south, or what? Because how I would have done to drive is I would have just taken the main road, gone back to the AO we were just in, and gone around. But if I was really stingy, I'd have the drone overwatching with me. Speaking of which, there's still no drone, so I'm assuming they're going to deploy it from when they get to their hold marks. They're going to assault from the south, which is fine. It's just this is going to turn from a 5 to 10 minute fight to a 10 to 20 minute fight. And that might give the QRF enough time to get around. What? The drink's just a vitamin water. I'm not actually drinking alcohol right now. It just prevents me from coughing too many times. Yeah, so just doing that might give the QRF enough time to get here, in which case I guess the tank and the BMD and the BTR are a good idea, but you shouldn't have to prep for that. Because I do say... Yeah, we marked their locations as objective markers. I would assume, also, if I were to see an objective marker like this, and then an objective marker... Like, they're on specific buildings. Like, this one, I would assume, okay, maybe it's just a random. But this one right here would tell me it's in this, it's a building. Exact position. If it was marked, like, in a general location, like out in the road or something, then I'd know we'd have to search that compound. Same with here. Like, if I wanted to make this general, I'd probably put it, like, right here. I wouldn't put it with the buildings themselves. I'd put it right here on the road. But I'm trying to mark exact positions. Just to help them out. So, from there, let's move things around on my other monitor. Perfect. So, alright guys, same deal. Capital F, they will succeed. Lowercase f, they'll get one of the hostages out alive, and then just type FUBAR, F-U-B-A-R, if you think this is going to turn into a complete clusterfuck. It could go anywhere. Heck, I would have probably used a chopper to just funnel the infantry up and start having them move in and then have the Vix move in on the other route. I mean, they've got Gavalor right there. He could use that. FUBAR, meme bar, one lowercase f. So someone has a bit of faith in the player base. I appreciate that. Northern has faith. What are these guys doing? Maybe they're swinging around and they're gonna go on the mounds. Again, like, this isn't going to give them too much in terms of a vantage point because of the rolling hills, but at the very least, they're going to see a really good insertion path. But they have 40 minutes until I start pulling the guys in. I'm basically going to call in VMF MI8s and have them pull in. Yeah, I really hope. We can actually check the cargoes right now and see if they put a drone in. It's going to lag for a second. My screen's going to freeze because it's going to have to load the entire arsenal in. Do I have any experience with scripting? Yes, for the past few weeks I have done a shit ton of private scripting to prevent things like Ironfront and Unsun from crashing on my servers. And I don't like talking about it because it's just a pain in the ass. So they're bringing AA, which is good. And they're also bringing AA rockets within that one. What was in this one again? Some spare earplugs, some spare AT. Okay. And then what's in your car? Hopefully the drone. Yeah, so Recon's going to handle the drone. Welcome, shall we? Which, you know, that's also a really good strategy I like. Just put a drone in the vehicle, and once you get close to the AO, just deploy the drone right there. That way you're not waiting for the drone to get to the AO. But I'd say in this sense, if they're going to bring the slow armored vehicles, they could have just sent the drones already. Like, if time's of the essence, then you bring the drone with you in fast-moving vehicles.
Can we get a drone in the air? The drone up on the left.
Why do you keep bringing attention to the civs? Like,
be advised, I have the drone with me. I'll put it up once we
doesn't matter.
our destination.
Just reading chat here. Here's the thing. If one area gets assaulted when the other one's ready, you better believe I'm going to extract, like, we're going to do a check. I'm going to have the Cherno-Russian, or the Russian separatists guys get out, check the area, and then I'm going to grab the guy, put him in the gas, and have him fuck off in a random direction. If they assault one position compared to the other. Some LR teleport. I can't pick any of that up.
A recon with a,
Yeah, I think that's a Fatic.
We ain't exactly got cameras on this thing.
Yeah, they don't. Just use the drone.
Get a drone up at base, or?
It's actually getting a bit brighter for whatever reason. I'm actually going to go into weather and open up the clouds real quick to make this a bit brighter.
Don't believe we do out here.
Actually, no, I think the lighting's good from what I'm seeing. Be a bit dark, but this is a nice, unique lighting to use. Let's see. So Recon, they're deploying the drone right here to deploy. They've got 4 people on the Recon team. Essentially, I would say, in terms of Overwatch, they don't need an Overwatch team. If they're going to bring vehicles. I'd either have an armed vehicle right here as Overwatch, or just a 2-man team to manage the drone. After that, I just have everyone on the ground pushing into the objective. But yeah, 30 minutes have gone by. In another 30 minutes, I will be trying to extract the hostages, regardless. A little more fog? No, I want them to have big, I want them to have the big view to possibly see stuff if they need it. I'm going to double the amount of BTRs and BMPs based on what they're bringing, and I'm going to double those as well. That should be good. Yeah, if we look at that freaking eyesore right there, it's gonna mess with our camera, so with what we got there. I checked the arsenal of the car. It does have AT and whatnot. They could, by all means, if they chase down one of the gases, I will put it on a path and they'll set up some sort of like Russian area or Russian controlled area that they might try to get to. But until I see that, I'm not going to use server resources for it. Let's see, that drone isn't fully up yet. Yeah, let's put down an SPG-9 car. We'll have them on the side right here in case that drone is starting to get intel.
Готов действовать. Готов.
Double those units up. Now we did spawn in more units, so we're gonna have to global skill, and then I need to grab this group and redo their skill, and then that's all the units I'm gonna spawn for now. If we need to spawn more, we'll just leave the VMF guys at the skill they are at. It's this team I want, and then skill, boop, boop, boop. Perfect.
When is everyone heading to your hold position at 500 meters, I get higher once it gets closer.
This is Gavel on the ground command.
Ground command, go Gavel.
Are you sure you don't have a drone in the air? Because if you look to the northeast of the air, you can clearly see a drone.
Gonna have a chat with Dead Gull
They have one, so
after this op. Again, coincidences are coincidences, but I don't believe in coincidences too much anymore. It is starting to get darker, and with the timing, I don't want to lose track of my the OBS module, so I'm going to go into weather here and try to open up the clouds a bit. So, environment, if I can find it, weather, clear. That'll make it a little brighter, since there won't be any cloud cover to block any of the moonlight and starlight. But yeah, based on what I'm seeing, it's going to be a southern approach. Which may be a bit difficult, because now the fog is getting worse, actually. This is actually part of the map. I didn't spawn in this fog, because I already checked. So I'm going to let it play. Arma's Arma. It is a random evil beast. There's just some fog forming. But that might work in the player base's advantage. But I mean, just having this like slight open area, I don't think there's anything that has eyes on from those vantage points though. So I think that looks great. They're still taking their sweet ass time, so they've got a hold point and a hear point. So I'm not sure where the vehicles are gonna go. And they're deploying more drones. From base this time. Confusion. Hold on. Because I know Andrews are crashed. Andrew, do you need to be teleported anywhere, or are you both flying?
Gavin was gonna.
Gotcha.
For the drones.
Liru.
You're high right now, so this isn't a good idea.
His idea.
Well,
Just gonna teleport away before he says something stupid. Yeah, so I do have a ZSU. Actually, I have two ZSUs. They're static right now, but I will be mobilizing them if need be. We also have these mortars, which I assume the player base will try to take out. But hey, if they bring attention to themselves over there, I will send. They'll get the full bulk of the QRF on their ass, and then they'll be mobilized into the AO itself because the VMF guys don't want to take any chances. I think the fog right now is good. So as you can see, there's some slight fog. It's really hammering visibility a bit. on the lower areas of the map, I think this is a very good amount of fog, so it should be good. Yeah, Shilkas make very, very good infantry fighting vehicles. Especially with Bloodlust, so 3 rounds right near you can
let's
make
give
you
him a warm
explode.
welcome, shall we?
If they go for this, it's gonna break hell completely. Because they've got a machine gunner, the big backpack, a rifleman with a grenade launcher, and I don't think anyone has ATs, so might not be a good idea to go for this, but if they kill the mortar position, you better believe I will send everything their way.
This is Sickle, the ground command, now copy.
Ground command, go for it, Sickle.
Sickle is going to be in a holding pattern to the southwest of the AO. If you ever need close air support, just call us in.
Spawn. I'm gonna put a flare overhead, just a guy dicking around. Just to set it to flare prematurely.
Oh, and it's Sylvester Novo.
Nice. Bloodlust is an evil thing to have, but it's also very punishing to players. In this sort of map, I think it does more harm than good, because if these things break, it has a chance to kill people around it with Bloodlust, because AoE is a bitch. But in most other areas, it's pretty good to have, because if a building literally explodes next to you, yeah, you should probably be killed for something like that, especially if you're under heavy fire and using it for cover. But there was an instance last stop where, you know, that happened and 2 people got bloodlusted because of, yeah, this thing blew up, and they still have their guns here, but the bloodstains have disappeared. It killed all the way up to up here. That, I think, is a little bullshitty, but then again, it's Arma. Random shit happens like that all the time. Sometimes it works for the player base, sometimes it works for the Zeus. Either way. I'm not going to have the ZS used as a sentry. This is just meant to be a point where they're not even supposed to come up to. So I don't know why they're going to waste 3 people to go up to this QRF point. Yeah, so he has his lights on because he's watching the mortars right now. And I'm going to put 2 guys in here and have them come up near the mortars. Trying to make sure my camera doesn't go, because if you look at it, then boom, everything gets really dark. Why? Because horrible, horrible assets. So they're going to use this as the hold point.
Any of front team on 50.
They got a few guys, and they got 1 guy.
Say again.
2 guys extra in the BTR. I'm assuming they've got them.
Negative.
Actually, no, this is the BMD variant that can't even take infantry. They have to stack up on top. So where's their main force?
You try and get it to look over there.
Roger.
They've got way too many people in vehicles. And that's going to be the downfall, because the actual ground teams that are going to have to assault this objective, wow, they are completely misreading this AO. Because they've got 2 people in there, 3 people in there. They got to keep 2 people in there and 2 people in there. So right off the bat, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Half of their player base is in vehicles they don't even really need. And then they've got 4 people on recon, so 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, which out of however many they have, let me do a head count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So they only have 16 guys. So who's going to be the ground infantry to come into these AOs?
Recon to ground commands.
I thought they had 2 more, but with 16, that's actually really simple. Have 4 people or 5 people do this AO, and then have 9 do this AO, and that leaves you with 2 guys and a tank to just, you know, provide QRF. That's how I would do. Yeah. Stealth for conscripts is to just use the mobility of a slow-ass armored vehicles to get to your AO. This is gonna be a fucking nightmare. Well, 25 minutes till I try to pull out them regardless. Got this outbound patrol.
Ясно, приступаем. Выдвигаюсь на позицию.
Have these guys chill with us. So let's give them a warm welcome, shall we? Perfect. So we can actually have them sit down to crew the mortars with them. I'm excited for the Laws of War DLC. I bought the DLC pass when it was like $20 on the Steam summer sale, or maybe it was beforehand. So, you know, overall, like, I want to support Bohemia, even though their DLCs are a bit shovelware, in my opinion, compared to what mods can bring in. But, I just want Arma 4 to be good. That's why I support them. We just want a good Arma 4. I don't want it to be a massive, like, planet-scale, laggy clusterfuck. I just want something that is a brand new game engine that greatly increases the amount of stuff we can put down, that helps with the frames. That's all I want for Arma 4. They could literally redo Arma 3 completely, but give it a much better engine, and I would be, like, singing from the hills about these guys and praising them. Because that's all we really need. That and just some AI bug fixing, and boom, they'd have my frickin' however much they'd charge for that game. I'd pay like $60. AAA title just for that. Because that is the biggest weakness within Arma 3 right now. But a good Arma 4 would focus more outside of infantry. They'd focus on some Navy stuff, some more coordination. Actually, I think the coordination they have with vehicles is good right now. I just want to see some naval focus and just some, you know, bug fixing with the AI and a brand new engine that can handle much more, and then I'd be a happy camper. What are these guys doing? I guess if they needed a guy to stay here and see when the QRF... Actually, they could have just used a drone, but I'm going to stop questioning the motives right here. We'll just see what the player base does and go from there. Again, actually no, in this op, I will be bringing in tanks of my own if they try to bum rush this AO. I really hope this gas can fit through this entrance.
Recon to ground command, I marked everything I could see.
So what'd you mark?
Yeah.
Sentry patrol, sentry tactical sharpshooter, fire teams, fire team sharpshooter, technical sentry patrol, sentry Ural.
Yep.
Squad, 2 times BTR, 3 times squad, 2 times VMP, AAA, 4 times technical. Okay. Points of likely 70 BMF, intercepting low comms. There's a farm northeast as a local QRF staging point. Yeah, so it's just QRF. That's not. Yeah, this is just about the hostages.
This is Air. I've got a drone by over the AO. I'll start doing recon.
This is High Command and Ground Command. You copy?
Ground command, go for it, high command.
Roger. I just want to check. Can you re-clarify with me what you believe your objective is?
They're attempting to rescue multiple hostages from 2 different points.
Solid copy. Just making sure. I don't want them to think they have to assault this QRF position. No. That would be a massacre with the amount of shit I put in there. Otherwise, we'll have to see how this all goes. 20 minutes until I just pull them out regardless. They're camping the vehicles outside right now. I'm really curious to see what infantry teams get out. We have a 4-man, 5-man team. Okay, a 5-man team's gonna go for this one. Another team is going for that one. Stealth is key, and you may need to split your forces to assault both positions at once, as the 2 hostages are in separate areas. I literally say it. So, I think this is going to be a lowercase f scenario based on what I see. We're going to be able to get this hostage out. He's the sergeant. We took the junior sergeant here because we think he's easier to break. But yeah. Rendezvous Alpha, so they're going to pull back. They're not going to engage that. Good. But yeah, a 5-man team. See, if it was a 5-man tier 3 team, like Billman, Sniper Wolf, What's That, Grizzly, Eander, you know, people like that, Franz Uber, etc., I would be 100% confident that they'd be able to completely wipe this AO and maybe suffer a single casualty. 5 in a tier 1 tactical op? Iffy. Assault class, that's because we're doing mission 2. Mission 1 finished. We started a bit late, about 30 minutes late, but, you know, mission 1, it's a mix. That's fine. But glad you could make it. Who would be easier to break? Probably the junior sergeant, because that's the one we're trying to actively what waterboarding in Arma 3 looks like. Who's ready for me to get insulted by a bunch of people? This is what waterboarding is. We just put him in the water and hope for the best. We have him impaled. Hold on, wait, hold on. Can we put stuff on... Damn it. I was gonna put it up here. Oh well. Which players were captured? It was Nafs and Frosty. Nafs' last stop was captured within this town where the money was supposed to be traded. And Frosty was captured here when the units were pulling themselves out. I've also decided that I'm going to make a much more serious Tier 2 Ukraine campaign, something with heavy lore. But right now we're just kind of testing out. I'm using Tier 1 to test out what the units are doing. I'd say Nafs is the sergeant because he's a Tier 2, and I believe Frosty hasn't been here in a while, so he'll be the junior sergeant. So here, let's go. And then... Now, if I go up and check your dog tags... Which I guess I can't right now when you're tied down, because I'm not getting an option here, but that's fine. They should be called Nafs and... Fudgehead McGee. Actually, with Blue Force tracking, I might be able... No, okay.
That's not
I would think because I'm, you know, invisible and it has me marked as civilian, maybe I can see the other civilians. But that's fine.
Let's get him a warm
Excuse me.
welcome, shall we?
So I've got the drone up, they're reconning their approach vector here. It's going to be tough. Yeah, we'd probably use Nova Russian, but again, more research is required. I'm actually working really close with Eander right now to make something like that, because he has some personal ties to the whole situation. So I've got a lot of intel from him that I will use, but right now, I guess we're just testing the waters. And then I'm going to move Tier 1 to do something else. Because, yeah, why not? Actually, I'm an idiot. The Tier 2 are doing the serious campaign right now. We're just testing this out with Tier 1 because, why not?
That's a recon on Echo Live.
No, Eander, actually, I'm not going to get into personal details. for personal reasons.
Understood.
But right now I'm using, that's why I did tier 1 here. Because tier 1's mainly on Saint whatever, but I'm doing tier 1 basically to tie up the loose end of the hostage rescue, because I don't want to factor that into tier 2. That's why I did it. Alright. Alright. 15 minutes until I just outright pull out the hostages. So with what I see right here, I guess they're using the tank to... What? Overwatch the other host? No, it's not even close enough to do that. Ay, ay, ay. Excuse me. Let's give him a warm welcome, shall we? I don't know, 6-man team with 1 medic, 2 auto riflemen. That's an interesting choice. 1 rifleman with AT, 1 AA gunner. And then a squad lead, who's the officer, and has a rifle. That's an interesting mix, but... I don't know, they might be able to pull... They'll be able to at least get a lowercase f. I'm going to say this right now. Capital F, they're not going to be able to do. I'm going to be able to pull out with that hostage because there isn't a force coming in to take them. Lowercase f, it's going to really depend. Since they're going to break first contact on the southern side. Excuse me, Jesus. It's just going to depend how long the AI decide to take, because I'm going to throw in the technicals, and about 20 seconds later throw in a BTR, 20 seconds later BMP, SPG-9, not going to throw in the Shilkas, but everything is going to start pushing over there. The trick was to assault from the north, hit both positions at the same time, grab the guy, pop smoke, put him in the gas, move him out. And then if people are being stupid, like I literally, I would trust that like someone like Billman or a tier 5 would be able to lead a strike team in here, grab the guy and go. But since this is the QRF, I would personally command this. I'd stay in the tree line right here, let the infantry push up, kill everybody, move in myself, vault in, take the hostage. After I had him, I'd say, we're going, I'm leaving with the gas in 30 seconds, get him in here, and then go in. By then, it's quite possible that we'd have the QRF right here, or even within on top of us right then, in which case I'd barrel him out right there and then push south. Heck, if the QRF were coming, I'd probably end up pushing south with whoever I could, but everyone else would probably have to be left behind. Because this thing only seats, what? 2, 5, 6, 7, yeah, 9 people. Oh, without a hostage, you'd have a strike team of 8 tops, and the rest would have to get in the Dushka or the truck or just run for it. Or they'd be down. But this would be a scenario where if someone goes unconscious, if they're not an easy pack, we'd leave them. Because this is a very big time is of the essence off, and we're just trying to poke what tier 1 has to do here. I will cancel that objective when I decide, when it's been another 12 minutes, and then, you know, just start moving the civs out. I'd ungarrison the VMF, get them in the car, have the last one put them in, just move them out. Then I'd probably spawn in some intel at those positions, just writing in, game over, took too long. Because time was of the essence. Yeah, even then, like, even if I wouldn't pull this guy out, he'd still be pulled out to the timer, so that's multiple different reasons of what it would happen. Didn't even mark the mortars. And they left the BTR and took all of its wheels. Not even gonna question. Not even gonna question. Okay, cool. Yeah. What, so I wouldn't steal it? How much of a cock would I be if I literally took this 2-man patrol and ran it over to take the BTR? Like, that makes no sense. 11 minutes. I'm counting the clock because these guys are slowly moving in. There's nothing over here. Literally, just put yourselves in the open, or like fall back, cross the street, go up with these bushes, then you can push right up to this compound. The only two guys with any heights is Uno and Dos. And Dos is watching north, and Uno's watching east. Or southeast. So if anything, that just gives you more reason to cross and go, but I guess they can't see exact positions since their drone is... Yeah, let's see, how high is this puppy? He's... Honestly, you could get away with putting him, like, probably right here.
Come on, just conducted recon on Kozolov. Spotted a area to the northeast of the
They're
town.
gonna push around south.
And being controlled
10 minutes.
as well.
Understood.
Yeah, QRF's gonna say these guys in the towns are gonna stay, but the groups with the VMF, they're gonna, you know, just ungarrison and leave with them. And just push north. But everything costs time. Who's in this BMD? The fuck? Ratkin's driving, okay. I thought it was only JY in the gunner's seat. I'm like, oh, that's cool. See, there they go. Now they're advancing. Yeah, crouch, stay low. Best you can, but they're fighting stamina now. Let's look at Teacher's arsenal loadout here. See what he's got in his backpack. It's literally a full backpack. Literally a full vest. And literally a full... No wonder he keeps running out of stamina. So much for being quick. Heck, if you can put ammo caches in your vest, I would have not even brought a backpack. They're gonna, you know, choose the route where they need to run. 8 minutes. They're gonna break first contact before that, but that gives me just 8 minutes of time to literally just pull out the VMF guys. Ha! Northern, you think they're gonna get away. 6 people to do this. What part of don't speak over side do you not understand? I didn't do anything. Yeah, so, like I said, the Zeus is either praised or blamed for everything. That's a good example right there. That's his own computer deciding to start, you know, utilizing Arma effectively. How many frames am I even getting in the Zeus interface? Yeah, I'm getting about 30, which that's definitely playable. But yeah, take credit, yeah. I don't need to take credit. I hope Flying Finn also keeps towards the back. I would... They've got a drone right over them. They'd see that there's no one here. I just vault the damn wall. I mean, they can vault walls, right? Yeah, this is vaultable. Yeah, take cash, yeah. I'll take cash any day. So yeah, just I would vault in and then push up with these buildings. But they're going to go around on the side. Okay, you're just going to get caught in the open if you take contact. But with Defilade right here, since that guy isn't looking at your direction, you could definitely get all the way up to this wall. and then use defilade to your advantage. But another thing is we
get
do
in
have
the
2
warm
guys
shall
up
we?
here, but they're not looking in that general direction. 6 minutes until I move them out. Yeah, it's only this guy that's kind of watching this direction, but watching them because I see the player base. They're slowly moving up. Trying to get in cover from those 2 guys. Those guys are looking in different directions. Don't stop in the open. Those sentries could turn their heads at any time. Run up to the wall, you... Oh, or go prom. Or go prom. Cool. Yeah, cool. Run, you idiot! Very tempted to literally teleport. If they were going to stay there, I was going to teleport next to him and just shout, "Run, you idiot," from frickin' Skyrim when Tullius yells at you at the intro.
Где ты находишься? Прием.
These 2 chuckle fucks are trapped, so I'm going to move them over here. Because this side's partially sunk in. I don't want any infantry to be trapped like that. So now they're up to the wall. Bro, you should get back. They are first person locked. That's a 2-man team. They're backing up now. Now they're going left. Again, if they had someone checking the drone, they could, like, the way he peered that corner. Here, hold on. I'm going to see if any of them are on shouting here.
Вижу противника. Вижу цель. Пулемет.
Yep, that freaked them out.
Так точно.
All right, QRF force, let's go.
Ясно, приступаем.
Dishka,
Так точно.
let's go. All deliberate speed. Let's go. Let's go. Contact south of position 2. Force, mobilize. They dropped him. Is he trying to kill him? Because I'm seeing some of those shots going. Lee goes down to a flanking machine gunner. Literally mowed down. I'm not on their short range. Two minutes. He's gonna smoke. I'm waiting for it. And we'll let him do what he needs to do.
Lee is down.
He's so retarded. Next QRF vehicle. Send it. So the BMD has also been sent up. Okay, you're firing at this group. This group's now gonna go check out what the hell's going on. I was trying to get rounds on. Alright, we got something heavy going up. have him go for that BMD. They got that guy on the top. Is this one life? It might as hell be, because if they all die and try to do reinserts, then they're gonna be screwed.
Так точно.
Go that way. They dropped him. Wolves got pretty badly crippled there. That Vic's now going in circles. Alright, it's 4 o'clock.
Ясно, приступаем.
Let's have this team move in. Oh. And you guys decide to cut off. Okay.
Ясно, приступаем.
So they're gonna cut off the QRF. They disable the Shilka. Okay.
Выдвигаюсь на позицию. Выдвигаюсь на позицию.
Oh, this isn't gonna end well, guys. This really isn't gonna end well. I'm not going to suppress them because my guys are in way too close now. We'll let those vehicles come in slowly but surely. Meanwhile, it is past 4, so let's start. Let's get these guys out and about. AI, behaviors.
Выдвигаюсь на позицию.
We'll have these 2 groups sent in.
Oh, I'm back.
Ясно, приступаем.
Get those 3 guys in. I know we're missing the action right now. I just need to get this sorted. Actually, hell, we'll just put them in the Vic manually. We'll get that ready to go. Wise, heavy fire's going out.
Gun command is dead. I mean unconscious.
Alright, driver's seat, come on. It's time to end the charade. Let's give him a warm welcome, shall we? QRF, mofo! QRF! 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 Well, that's enough of that, and since everything's now pissed, QRF! QRF, quick response force. Actually, Nafs, we're just about to extract you. Thanks for reminding me. 404, it's definitely within that hour. Wait, what? No, get in the car. Yeah, so that thing's stuck in there. Since no one's even really doing reconning here, let's
Ясно.
yeah,
Приступаем.
let's get away.
Ясно, приступаем.
Please tell me you're smart enough to know how to drive.
Так точно. Выдвигаюсь на позицию.
There you go.
Выдвигаюсь на позицию. Выдвигаюсь на позицию. Так точно.
Let's give him a warm. To the
Выдвигаюсь на
warehouse.
позицию.
Away.
Выдвигаюсь на позицию.
You should be able to figure that one out. Here comes the QRF. When are the AI ever smart? That's a really good question.
We're gonna tell 50 again.
Yeah, so it has been an hour, so I am going to cancel this objective.
Okay, I guess. After 6 minutes talk. After 6 minutes talk.
Hi! Whoa! And that is why you don't ram the vehicle. Oh, that was great! That was great! Yeah! 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 Good one. Good one. Well, you have no vehicle support. And now they're coming in. Oh, God.
Выдвигаюсь на позицию.
Oh, God, this is... Rest in peace.
Выдвигаюсь на позицию. Ясно, приступаем.
Oh. Stealth off, ladies and gentlemen.
Ясно, приступаем.
Oh, he's gonna get on the back, that's fine. Recon were the true heroes, yeah. Driver's down. Where's my missile? I don't know why my missile just decided to disappear, but I'm dead now. Okay, by now... AI. Let's get everybody on garrison here.
Выдвигаюсь на позицию. Ясно, приступаем. Выдвигаюсь на позицию.
What the fuck are you idiots doing? That vehicle is not full. Just have everyone get out of here. We're done. Hey, Fudgehead 1, this is Fudgehead 2. You think we could get AGM or something cool? Yeah, I think we can bring that puppy in.
Что распоряжение?
No, actually, nah. We'll let it play out. We'll let it play out for what they want to do, but rest in peace. This is how Liru plays it. So my idiot friends got spotted. Right over. I hate the sights on that damn thing. Very fucking misleading. Oh, well, we do have IDF we can use. At this rate, might as well. Group them together, suppress fire. Start calling an accurate mortar fire.
Выдвигаюсь на позицию.
You idiots need to get your asses down. There you go, one of you will survive. Start barraging the shit out of this area. Time to go. It's time to leave. To get your shit out of here. Yes, it is indeed time to go.
Так точно.
It's time to
Выдвигаюсь
leave.
на позицию.
You need to get the fuck out of here. Oh, well, Frosty woke back up and then he died from mortar. Oh, that sucks. You guys can hear the chopper. Let's go blow them up.
Так точно.
Let's give them a warm welcome, shall we? They got away. Well, I tried there. Are you gonna get captured again? No, Frosty, you died. Oh. Glad you come to the fight.
Ясно, приступаем.
What on earth are you doing? Give me the driver. Alright, I think we lost him. No, we didn't. Alright, well, that ended just as well as I expected it to. Yeah, that was a clusterfuck. End scenario. Yeah, that's definitely a fail.
Our last stand was awesome.
Yep. I will take all blame.
Quality of voice.
I got nothing to say. You had 16 units, you put too many of them in vehicles, and yeah, played out like it played out.
I took a bet with the BMD there. It was either let the USZ get through or just the BMD.
I was shooting it.
No, there was another USZ coming in, and if
There
I
were
let it come around the
3
corner,
USZs.
it would have been able to shoot you. No.
Yeah, I was shooting that one.
When I was in the BMD, I literally couldn't turn my turret to look at the
It's
UAC
a
because
slow
of the hills.
turret.
No, but I was also like I couldn't look up to a UAC. That's the problem.
So guys, what happened? Tell me everything.
Everything was wrong from the start, and we got fucked up.
Could
And
someone...
all the disconnects didn't help either.
I've got a quick question. What was the deal with having our T-72 so far away?
It's a loud and ridiculous vehicle.
It's loud, ridiculous, and it's...
The thing
And
is...
I don't think why we even took it in the first place. Like, it was a sneaking mission. Why the fuck do we need a tank?
When shit hits the fan and suddenly you have a BMR on your ass.
So, you know the markers were in the exact positions of the units, right?
Yeah, I was active with those drones. I even counted the towns out. Like I would go that house, and fit the marker on those houses.
My idea was you guys would go from the north.
There was a hilltop to the north which I wanted to go to as well, but I was denied that.
Yeah, I was thinking, like, if you wanted to have something to overwatch, you could have, like, a 2-man recon team monitoring the drone or the tank, and then the freaking driver or gunner in the tank monitoring the drone, and then have a third of your infantry hit the western position, since it was much less fortified than the eastern position, then have 2/3 of your guys go to that one. The 1/3 going to the western position, they just had to stay prone because there was a bunch of bushes for concealment deflate and no one even watching the northern direction. And then 2/3 would use the tree line next to the road to get within 100 meters of that AO, push in, pop the sentries, pop some smoke, push up to the wall, vault in, kill the VMF guys, get the hostage, get their GAZ, and then retreat north or retreat west, depending on if the QRF were on top of you. That was how that mission was supposed to play out.
I'm just gonna add in from a military point of view. A lot of the guys that are doing the tank command in these ops are too focused on roads. You got vehicles that go off country. People move the same speed whether on roads or off roads. You've got a helicopter to insert people wherever you want to insert them. So I watched you guys on the drone move up a road to hit the first compound when you could have completely ignored it and went cross country. there's no need to always follow roads. I mean, roads are going to be where the enemy respawn,
Yeah,
especially
stream's
because in
over.
Arma 3 the AI is fucking retarded, and therefore the only way they can move anywhere properly is on roads. If you're on a road and Liru tells something to go towards you, it's going to drive down the road, and that UAZ Gaz basically drove down the road and then like rode over a bunch of you. I watched it do it. Like, I watched it the whole time. So
Yeah, it
maybe
was
don't
beautiful.
focus on roads. Like, you can literally use the helicopter to insert a team wherever you want on the map.
That op should have taken at most 30 minutes, because I also had planned you'd use the chopper to reinsert people. And then you could, you know, retreat with the gases.
Let's give him a warm
But
welcome, shall we?
by the time you got to the AO, I didn't think I'd have to put down that 60-minute timer, but we're 20 minutes over 4 o'clock right now. But yeah, glad I did, because that would be I pull out the AI or the units regardless, but you guys were just starting the objective, so I gave you some wiggle room after the hour had expired. And then it all went downhill.
Also, one thing, my drone did.
Died.
Who was your commander? And when he died, did anybody else go to channel 50?
I tried to tell you on channel 50, but bad act. Whenever I heard you asking for ground command, I was saying ground command on.
Yeah, I'm done. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. In 3.5 hours, I will be streaming for a new community. The something light infantry. I'm forgetting the first name already. I'm sorry. I'm tired. I want to go get some dinner and then start prepping with them. So I'll hopefully see you guys in 3.5 hours. Hope you guys enjoyed this. To be honest, not really, because player-based stupidity, but whatever, it happens. Anyway, go operate operationally. And take care. And if you want to join, please watch one of the Friday videos. I need to upload something too. Jesus Christ. Take care.